Lord of the Rings Online has some updates coming between now and September of 2022. And some very exciting news. Stick with me until the end of the video and let's cover all the news for Lord of the Rings Online, the only MMORPG in the Middle-earth. Patch 33.1 is expected to arrive in late July and it will have what they are calling further adventures. Here's what to expect. After Frodo's rescue, the scouts of Rivendell head out looking for news on the enemy and his servants. Lord Elrond has given his sons a secret mission. You will join them from Rivendell on their adventure. Also during this time, we'll see the return of the Treasure Bugan event, where you will try and claim its treasure. Lord of the Rings Online say they have also made some improvements to the event, and it will have updated loot. August will have the return of the Farmer's Fair event. And also in mid-August, Lord of the Rings Online will have their Season 3 of their legendary item reward track. There will be more announcements for the summer and Lord of the Rings Online. Beyond that, and I'll be covering it as any new news for Lord of the Rings Online is released, but wait, we aren't done yet with these announcements. First up, the legendary server Anor. It will be closing down, but don't worry, they are offering free transfers to tunes on this server of Anor over to the live servers. So if you have a character on that legendary server, make the move over. This is expected to happen on August 31st of 2022, and you can transfer to any of their live servers you would like. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about that, especially if you play on Anor. Now let's talk about what's coming up in September, because that is when patch 33.2 is expected, and it will be making some pretty big changes with the class/race combinations. Dwarves and stout axes will be able to be captains and wardens. Elves and high elves will be able to be burglars, which is Lord of the Rings Online version of a rogue. Hobbits will be able to be lore masters and champions, which, let's be honest, little hobbit champions running around will be so cool to see. Humans will be able to be room keepers as well. So what do you think about these changes? Let me know what you think about these new available race class combos down below, and do you think that this still fits well with the lore? These changes are expected to go live with the September 2022 patch for Lord of the Rings Online. Also, the legendary world of Shadowfax will continue its progression into Far Anorian and the Wastes, and with level cap increasing to 105 on August 1st. Let's hear from the sponsors of this video and channel, and then we will continue talking about Lord of the Rings Online. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoy MMORPG content. Real quick before we continue on with the video, I want to give a thank you to the members of Napalm. This channel is completely community sponsored, and these are the brave heroes who have stepped forth to strap on their gear and sharpen their blades, and are casting the spells of awesome by becoming members of the channel. With exclusive perks, sneak peeks, and more, thank you for your support. And I think you are interested in supporting the channel. Click join down below for a list of options and add your name to the list of knights and mages on the Council of Napalm. And I want to give a very special thank you to the Lords of Napalm: Bounty Code, Jared Woodhouse, Daimlos, Farthest Reach, Not Sid, Sparrow, Carsonik, and Christopher Hensel. Thank you for your highest tier membership. Now on to the video. Lord of the Rings Online has seen a very large jump in population recently, and I only see that continuing to grow with so much content now available for free, and with monthly subscribers getting even more content. This is one of the old school MMORPGs to keep an eye out for. If you would like me to add Lord of the Rings Online to my streaming schedule, leave me a comment down below and let me know. What I really respect about Lord of the Rings Online is the fact that you can't just get to max level so quickly. All the lore and story and the way that they have put so much love and care into the world, it really feels alive and like it belongs. And it's definitely the type of MMORPG you can really sink your teeth into. And if you do, it is going to leave you impressed, possibly addicted. Especially if you're a Lord of the Rings nerd, because there's just so much here to love. From what I gather, there are a lot of people here in the community playing Lord of the Rings Online, and I've never made it very far in the game, admittedly. Never seen Moria, for example. And now that I am full-time YouTubing it up, I think it would be a great time to dedicate some time to diving into this MMORPG. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. With the release of the Amazon Lord of the Rings series, even with its issues, I do see Lord of the Rings Online continuing to grow, especially with the constant updates and the promises they have for the future. One thing they need to get a solid grip on is the servers themselves. There is this lag that many have told me has to do with the music swapping, but whatever causes it, there's this kind of stutter that happens every so often. I'm sure you've noticed it from these clips that I have saved here that I've been showing during this video, but they really need to get a grip on that. Whatever's causing that, really, they gotta fix that. That seems to be, in my opinion, the biggest issue with the entire game. Now, it's ignorable. You can play the game, and it only happens every so often, but it's pretty jarring and annoying when it does. Especially these days when we're used to a much more fluid kind of MMO play style. As when this launched, probably we were used to more lag, etc. And it probably didn't matter as much back then. And also, many Lord of the Rings Online players have been clamoring for a graphic update. If they just start with the player models and then work their way out to the NPCs and mobs, and I know that's a big task with the animations and armor fitting and all that kind of thing, but I think they could really turn a lot of heads, and really, it would be worth their effort, in my opinion. Now, in any case though, Lord of the Rings Online continues to pump out content and updates, and the future looks really bright. Leave me a comment down below what you think, and please hit the like button to help me fight the YouTube algorithm. And consider subscribing for more MMORPG content, because hey, that's what we do here. And until next time, my friends, God bless and happy gaming.